Sorry, Cab. Welcome back to me. Welcome back to Thailand. Welcome, to Thai here in Thailand. Hope you're doing well. It's Wanjan, which is Monday here in Thailand, and it's around about 12 o'clock here in the morning. Well, just after 12 o'clock now. It's a very warm, humid day rather than warm. It's about the same temperature. It's around about 30 plus degrees. It's just gone a bit cloudy, so for instance, which is a bit annoying really, because I've just been winged to the market and lotuses. So I just ran up there, for instance, and I can feel it. It's like 90% humidity today. We've got a very high humidity today, and you can feel it. For instance, but it's lovely. You can't complain. No complaints at all. There you go. I'm just my shorts and t-shirt as per usual, for instance, because it's lovely in weather. So I'm never going to complain about the weather. Never. So for instance, I ran a little bit up there. So for instance, all the way to the market and to lotuses, and people say, why are you saying lotuses? Because it used to be called Tesco Lotus, and they dropped Tesco, and now it's called Lotus. But rather than sticking with that, they decided to add a apostrophe on the end, and with another S. So now it's lotuses. So it's now Tesco Lotuses. I don't know, Thailand, welcome back to Thailand. Anyway, so never mind. Hope you're doing well. It's Wanjan. So we've had a couple of games last night, a few games last night, and 3 games last night altogether. Let's go. One with Chelsea winning the Club World Cup. Congratulations to them. Not a little bit envious at all. To say that, for instance, it doesn't mean anything to anybody. The faces of the Chelsea players and the Chelsea fans, and how Chelsea are celebrating this morning, it means a lot. And also the fact that they've earned a bit of money. Also, for instance, so I'm still listening to media, British media especially, talking about the Club World Cup. It's like COVID. It just drives me absolutely mad, and I'm sick and tired of listening to it. I really am. And just get on. There's many reasons. There is reasons why you should hate it. I hate the Club World Cup, but there's the reasons to be cheerful about it and to be positive about it. And I think someone didn't actually acknowledge it, actually on Talk Crap yesterday. And some guy, she said, the first World Cup in Uruguay was, but when it was announced, etc., was England didn't even participate because they thought, I'm not going to go over there for this nonsense competition. And now, years on, everybody wants to win the World Cup, so they are. So I think it's about time we had a Club Cup rather than actually, for just one for European clubs. For instance, and it's nice to see other teams from other countries. And nobody expected Chelsea to win, so congratulations to them. And I'm happy for them. I'm happy for it to a point. Happy because everybody was thought it was going to be PSG. PSG is going to win, and it's going to win by 10-0. And for 2 Manchester City's academy players to be the shining light, basically. So you had Cole Palmer scoring 2, and Liam Delap was so close away from making it a romp, as it really. So, for instance, and watching a former Manchester City coach and 2 Manchester City academy players, it's kind of annoying, and also worrying about these transfer, the Man City squad and who we're going to get rid of, because Jason Mcatee looks like he's on his way. So, for instance, and he's talking to some German clubs. So I'll get back into that in a minute. So in one way, I'm happy, for instance, about the club, and it happened. And of course, it's going to be the inauguration, so it's going to be a pain. It's never going to be perfect, but I think it's had too much criticism for me. And yes, I'm a Man City fan. Yes, we were there, but the fact is, but I just think it's of course it could be, and there's many reasons you could sit there and talk bad about it, but again, it's just like you could talk about the same thing about Premier League football. Players get paid too much money in the game. There was a guy, for instance, I was listening to the radio talking about saying how the fact that I wish they would top, a Man United fan, of course, and he was moaning about the fact that they're trying to treat Man United as a business. Well, it is a business. It is a business. It's gone past my father would be turning in his grave if he was watching, and his grandfather would be the same. If it, about the football nowadays, but it is money. Everything is like most things in life, so you just got to wake up and smell the roses and say this is the way it is. Is it ideal? No, but it's just the way it is. So you've got to take your head away from that, and knowing that, for instance, you're going to get clubs from all over the world competing against each other, and hopefully you'll get the best clubs. So, and is it perfect? No. You're going to get clubs but you're going to get the same. You're going to get clubs which are mismatched, like the first game against Mcatee against the New Zealand team. So of course you're going to get teams like that. Of course it's not going to be perfect, but at least you're going to get. You're going to be following at least you're going to get teams like this. It was great to see the Brazilian teams, and also, for instance, you'll watch the World Cup and you'll see, like in America next season, and you'll see teams, and it's expanded, and you're going to see games like that. You're going to see dead games. You're going to see boring games. You're going to see 10-0 games or something. But that's the will, but why is that acceptable? Well, and again, so it just. Some of the purists, or so-called purists, or some people, for instance, who want the same, who are resistant to change, basically. I just find that you've got to be open-minded. You've got to see, given the, let me be done. I don't agree with the money. I don't agree with the business thing. I don't agree with the timings. I don't agree with, but it is what it is, and it's all right saying, well, why is it done in America? Well, America can afford it. Nobody can afford it, and again, it will be in the Middle East more than likely, because they can afford it. So, but it's just the harsh facts of reality. But you've got to take it away from that. And so, for instance, and I was devastated when Man City left, got beaten by Al Hilal, especially got beaten in the way we got beat. So I'm still, gutted. And knowing that Chelsea's got be a bit of a force next season. And so they're going to be up there. So the Premier League next season is going to be really exciting to take too, if you could say that. It's not going to be a one-horse race like with Liverpool. So Manchester City will be in the mix. Are we favourites? No. Until we get our defensive issue and the transitions sorted out, unless that's done and dusted, and we get a tight water defence, and I think we've got the players to play against a low block. But I still think we've got issues with the transitions, and it's the transitions which are killing us our football, and so it's like what do you and I just hope Pep comes up with a better solution, and we hope we keep Nico de Gonzalez. Maybe we should get rid of the youngs, but again, for instance, it's all right saying get rid of the youngs and bring in new youngsters, but the fact is, sometimes you need that experience as well. So it is a balance. It really is, and so of what you do. But I say Man City are not the favourites. Second, maybe third favourites to win the Premier League next season, but definitely not the favourites. Because Liverpool, with their the way, I think they got a bit lucky last season. They didn't really have a competition. All they did is play well, and and Salah had a great season. But I don't think they are the finished article last season. Definitely not. They weren't the great Liverpool sides. So but I definitely think it'd be Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle will give it a push. Arsenal, if they get Djokovic over the line and he turns out to be the player which they're talking about, but again it's always difficult, but they're still a half decent side, Arsenal, but again I think Arsenal's problem is Arsenal, so and Arsenal fans basically, and Arteta really, so I think they're too far up their own backsides, sometimes Arsenal. Newcastle, I don't think they've done much in the transfer market at the moment. They're keeping the players what they're keeping, and they're a good solid side. But to me, for instance, it would be between City and Liverpool. It should be, but again, the Premier League season. But the reason why we love the Premier League because it's exciting. So, and I don't believe Aston Villa, Bournemouth. Brighton, maybe would do, and Forest if they're trying to get Mcatee, but I'll talk to you about Mcatee in a second. But so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so it's going to be an interesting Premier League season. But anyway, so see how tired Chelsea are when they come back to the Premier League, because again, this will be the big thing. They'll be still in America right now. They'll probably go get home by maybe, I don't know. I don't think they'll have a parade or anything. They'll go straight on holiday. So, and the Premier League starts in a month, slightly over a month's time. So they've still got a few weeks to to get back. But let's see how tired they are. So, but there you go. But again, so anyway, so the other games after that was the ladies, Man City, England against Wales. For instance, England won 6-1. Again, there's two games. Both started at 8 p.m. UK time. Both started at the same time, which is stupid. But also it's more stupid because it means it's 2 a.m. in the morning for me. And which is not fair. Anyway, so but it is what it is. So, but as I said, England played against Wales, and we did a professional job. And Lauren Hemp scored, and so they played a professional goal, and Lauren Hemp scored, which was brilliant. And they very happy for them. Was watching the game. I saw the game this morning, but really, really good. I'm really happy for them, Lauren and Alex. And our two ladies on the bench, etc., didn't get a go, but probably will do. But yeah, it's good. It's good to see England and doing well and winning, doing what we needed to do, and the ladies are through now, so that was excellent. On the opposite side, we've lost. We had the Dutch played against France, and Vivianne Caspariji and Vivianne Caspariji unfortunately bowed out following a 5-2 defeat against France. They lost on Sunday evening alongside England's triumphant win over Wales. So the Dutch finished third in the Group D and in turn exit the competition. Myanmar, who made history for our nation last week when she bagged 100th goal for the Netherlands, was the unused sub. That's probably the reason why they lost. Unused sub, while Caspariji featured the entire 90 minutes at left back. Sandy Torres Totti puts France, who started the day up top of Group D, ahead on the 22nd minute before a quick reply from Victor Pelelva levelled the playing field. Fortunately fell kindly for the Netherlands. Who continued to the better side, with Selma Batch own goal earning them the lead at half time. England win over Wales meant the Dutch needed an emphatic victory to make the last 8, but the second half goals from Maria Antoinette, he looks like that, Cato, French name, and Stella Calastano saw France flip the narrative. They were awarded a penalty in the added time after Caspariji brought down Milan Delongi. Saka Karasuya converted the spot and to confirm the 2017 Euro winners, which will be in the semi-final. Quarterfinals. So not semi-finals, quarterfinals. So the quarterfinal lineup stands at this. So Norway will play Italy in Geneva, and Spain will play the host Switzerland. For instance, in Spain are probably the favourites. England's got a tough game. People say, "Oh, well, it was good that England's not on the same side of the group as Spain," but Sweden's not going to be easy because they beat Germany. They beat Rebecca's team. So we've got Sweden. So England's got Sweden, and then France playing against Rebecca, Germany, for instance, in the other quarterfinal. So it's going to. So England's game is not going to be easy at all. But I feel we had a good momentum. Norway is going to be interesting to see how they were, the French and the Germans. But you got to say the Spanish. I think if you're going to beat this, if you're going to beat the Spanish, I think you've cracked it. So, but we'll see how that goes. But congratulations to Alex and Alex, for instance, but Lauren and the ladies, and on commiseration to Vivianne and Caspariji, for instance. But at least you can go have a nice holiday now and come back. Did see pictures yesterday of Mary Fowler. She's back in the gym. You know, she got an ACL, but nice to see she was jumping in the gym. So that was good. So she's on the recovery. So that was brilliant. But again, an ACL is very, very difficult, and see how it progresses. You saw Rodri running around without his crutches very early, and everybody thought, "Well, he'll be back before the end of the season." You know, well, he was, but still. But yeah, very happy for England. Sorry, commiserations for the Netherlands. But never mind. Okay, so this news on Jason Mcatee. So for instance, but I thought was interesting because I say Forest were interesting because JCG was reporting yesterday they were going to put in a £25 million bid for Manchester City's JCG. Sorry, it said JCG yesterday. So for Mcatee, but from what I see here. And again, for instance, you got to take things with a pinch of salt, but we'll see. But it appears that Jason Mcatee has a plan to visit Eintracht Frankfurt next week with an aim to getting to know the club and holding talks. Borussia Dortmund also among the other Bundesliga interest in what remains an open race for the Man City midfielder. So looks like he's definitely in demand. For instance, I was saying last week. For instance, we got Forrest and Aston Villa. Was it Aston Villa? We're interested in him as well as a lot of German clubs and some Serie A clubs are interested in Jason. No surprise. Again, surprised Chelsea hasn't come in for him, but we'll see. Scott Carson is now looking for get off the bench and back into the goals. In the goalie for a further season, so it's like ideal with the championship. So he wants to play football now. So great guy, absolutely fantastic guy. Did a lot of people used to criticise him for what he did, for not doing really much was to go at City, but I believe his contribution behind the scenes. And this is the thing about Man City having a squad, and sometimes you get a squad of old players and senior players and younger players. That's the reason why I'm a bit nervous about getting rid of the unks, as people put it, getting rid of the old squad, because some of the old squad can teach and understand, and when it comes down to gritty games, they've got their heads screwed on to help the youngsters. And that's the reason I'm always all a bit, it's good to bring in new, exciting new players, but you've also got to think about the fact that how are they going to gel in the squad, and how their psyche, mental psyche, for instance, is going to help them in the future, against games. So again, it's a balance. So things are very quiet at the moment, City, for instance, but I expect things to be hotting up, and with the rest of the Premier League, really. You look at the transfer news, and this is close, that's close, this is going to be, that's it, and there's nothing really, no really many here we goes. There was a flourish of here we goes in the beginning of the transfer window, but especially in the first 10 days. And then it stopped, and this open bit, everybody's kind of like taking their time a little bit. So, but I think as time goes on, etc., we'll get more information. But but we'll see what happens this week. Again, the start of the women's UEFA, for instance, quarterfinals. We've got the end of the Club World Cup now. For instance, Chelsea, we'd come back from the from their onto Man City are probably adding an extra pre-season game, but who is it against? What is it? Same. Was it 2 games in Italy? But we'll see. I still think there's a lot to do, but again, other than that, for instance, there's not very much else going on. Still trying to sign players, as well as get rid of players. And it's just so funny. I was listening to United fans. What we'll do, we'll get rid of all the deadwood and we'll bring in brand new players. And we're talking mid-July now. For instance, they haven't done bug at all. It's so funny, hilarious. Apart from just bring one player and it's being held to ransom by Brentford as well. So, but you've always got, honestly, if you're ever feeling down, just see what United's doing. It was so funny. I was listening to Ashley Young. What an idiot that guy was, and oh my god, he sounds like an idiot as well. For instance, on Sky, But anyway, but guys, I'm going to leave you. For instance, congratulations to the to Chelsea to a point, and for instance, and also I'm more happy for Chelsea for getting to the final and see how they are, but also getting to the final and beating what everybody was at, because there was too many Paris Saint-Germain lovers. Suddenly everybody was going off, like, oh, I'm a Paris Saint-Germain fan. I've always liked Paris Saint-Germain. And the Paris Saint-Germain, if you go and think back about last season, they played against Manchester City, for instance, and they were garbage. And it wasn't until, and it was like, for instance, there was a lot of they were very much anti against the team, and then they beat Manchester City, and it was like, and then they went on to beat Liverpool and blah blah blah. So, for instance, and now suddenly they are the best team in the world, and now they've got a massive comeback down to earth, and that's what I like. But all these people were, oh, I love Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, oh, the greatest team, oh, they got this guy, they got that guy, and then suddenly got stuffed by Chelsea. Oh, love it. That's what I love about football. Guys, gonna leave you, Triple Attack from Thailand. Speak to you tomorrow.